Outsiders, hello, I'm Tony from the Outsider channel here. Today on this channel, which I'm speaking to you on, and I've got a glorious chicken francese vid for you today. What am I talking about? Well, we're in the Central Coast, one of my favorite rides to do in the Central Coast. I drove here specifically for this ride. I had another one planned, but as we know, LA is getting a blizzard this week. That's a thing. It's super cold and it's super windy, so I got out of there a day early, but I managed to squeeze a hell of a ride in. And if you guys are in California, this is on the Central Coast, like I said. It's only a few hours from every location. Highly recommend. All the info you need to do this ride is going to be below. So without further ado, I'll meet you on the other side on a beautiful shoreline, view-centric, that's a word, ride right now. Parking lot is right across the street from the trailhead. Literally, just cross the street and then boom, you're on Hazard Peak Trail. E-bike friendly, like I said earlier, which is always a treat. You don't have to worry about the rangers. I'd love to see more trail access like this on the Southern California public trails. And the ocean, which I'll show you in a minute, is literally in viewpoint, right behind me. This is one of those rides I always like to mention because you go through microclimates on your way up. Maybe it's because it's so coastal, it's right on the ocean, but you've got like beautiful trees, meadows, then you go into the sagebush, the manzanita bushes, and you kind of feel like you're in a multiple climate zone. I guess I already said that, but you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. Don't give me any guff. Climb, climb, I like to climb. Won't you climb with me too? Climb, climb, I like to climb. I like to climb with you. La, 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 da, 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 da. I'm gonna shut the hell up. Sorry about that. Guys, this is one of those mandatory stop situations. Look at this view. Look at this trail. Look where we are. Look where mountain biking brings us. My first appreciation station on the channel was right here. Throwing it back a few years for you guys that are newcomers, but I have done a video from here before. Most of you didn't see it, but here we are once again and appreciating the moment. So let's get one. Little appreciation station for y'all at home. Get here. Onward and upward. Okay, so we've made it to the top of Hazard Peak Trail. On an e-bike, this was like 20 minutes. Did on trail bike multiple times. A little bit longer, and you're paying your dues a little bit more. You've got hills, you've got trails, you've got animals, you've got critters. All the things are here for you in the Central Coast. In Los Osos, which is exactly where I am right now, 20 minutes from Morro Bay, I'm gonna shut up and we're gonna do some downhill riding, finally. Let's get some. Look at that view. I say that quite a bit because I never want to not appreciate them, you guys. Woo, it's a bit brisk and loose. Fun little doubles here. Oh, you got some windy spots when you cut out of the canyon for a minute. Woo! I don't know if you can hear that. It's cutting right at me. Ooh, there's some exposure. I managed to hopefully get lucky this week with the rain that's coming in. It's gonna rain day after tomorrow for like 4 days straight here and back home in SoCal where I live. So timed this pretty good last minute trip and got lucky. Luck needs to be on your side sometimes on these adventures for sure. I've had my fair share of bad luck, and a balance is good. super fun downhill track right here. That's gonna set up for another super fun descent. This is one of those places it's hard to always look at the trail because your head just wanders because it's so damn pretty everywhere. And there's our next trail right ahead of us, Manzanita. And this one, if I remember, it's pretty exposed and it's got jumps on it. Like water well jumps like this. Added some wind right now and that always boosts my anxiety just a little bit. Yeah, it's a little too windy to be lifting off these right now. There was a fun double on another day. See what I mean? Super fun. This place got it all. Tony ain't kidding. Mr. Meatballs is never gonna lie to you. Tony Marinara, Mr. Meatballs, whatever you prefer. Or just plain Tony. I'll take it all. Onward and upward, people. We are headed up to another descent called Barranca. And I was planning to do East Boundary, which we're on right now, because it goes into a really fun downhill. But apparently with the rains that they just had this last winter, the trail is super rutted, still muddy, and almost unrideable. So some people at the beginning at the parking lot let me know, give me the heads up. So salvaging the ride on a super fun black trail. Not as much salvaging, but just switching things up from the plan a little bit. You got to go with the flow, you know? I was going to keep pedaling up here and tell you guys that this is one of the most pretty rides you're ever going to do. This is probably top 3 for me and a super fun one. And then I was like, why don't I just show you what the hell I'm talking about? And check out the views. I feel like we're in Ireland right now. Beautiful foggy day, about 55 degrees. And we're getting that Central Coast vibe right now. Onward and upward. We're at the top of Barranca Trail. The wind has picked up. The fog's really moving. I don't know if you could see that through the GoPro, but let's get Barranca. Chunky. And if I didn't mention it yet, if you guys want to do this ride, I'm going to leave Trail Forks and my Strava ride below. Just follow it, and I'll tell you exactly where to go. Pretty fun mix of a trail so far. Woo, that wind. Kind of like it. So different than the weather we usually have in SoCal. Like when you travel, it actually feels like a new place, you know? Woo! Don't know the turns, they come up quick. Windy. All right, folks, we're on the way out. We're on Isley Creek Road. Stick around because I want to show you my recommendation for where to stay if you want to ride these trails. Head over to Anderson Inn, which I'm going to talk about right now. Before we go any further, I want to say the sponsor putting myself up for the week is the Anderson Inn. Also the owners of the Estro Inn who worked with us previously. It's right in the heart of downtown Morro Bay in the Bay. It's a family affair here if you want it to be, or if you're just like me traveling through the area, single rider style. It was perfect. Lunch right outside the front door. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'd say, I ate right there in Morro Bay. I became one with the sea lions. It is a boutique style environment, so you really get the attention to detail here that you don't get in the bigger chain franchises, I'd say. And if you want the information that is below, tell them Tony sent you from the Outsider channel. They'll take good care of you.